Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is beginning of the month for the month of April Tarot Oracle reading. And Leo, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Leo, then we all have a little bit of Leo in us somewhere. If you have your birth chart, which house is Leo in? That will give you further information as to where this shows up for you. This is a timely reading, so if you're watching it at this time, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then, that will give you further clarity as to your situation now. We do have the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck, and we have the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is talking about some wishes that you have. And this is saying you're highly favored to have these wishes come true. Having said that, you need to maintain your focus so that you can make this happen. And this, there's like 9 cups lined up here. There's 10 in the tarot. So, you know, this is almost ultimate. And this person looks like they're on a stage. Their body language is a little bit unsure looking because they are sitting with their feet turned out, which is leaking energy. But their arms are in a symbol, like almost like an infinity symbol here. It reminds me of a genie. And this is saying this could be past, that the cups were presented and you are going after them from the past or the present. Right now they're above the head, or the future they're slightly forward. We can't really tell. It depends on your situation. This card is basically saying you're highly favored, but you do need to keep your focus so that you can move forward and achieve this. Many a race is lost in the last lap. So keep, you know, don't get distracted and give up at this point. This is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is coming in with a cup of love, and he's sitting out in the middle of a lot of chaotic water there. And this represents chaotic emotions, volatile emotions, and maybe chaos. He's in the eye of the storm. The King of Cups is the most emotionally available of all the kings. He has a really good grip on his emotions and discipline of his mind. He wants to offer someone a cup of love, but he's waiting till the time is opportune because he recognizes that for someone this is not, they're not likely to accept it if he offers it right this moment. We do have the energy of victory. Yay! So this is saying you have victory. 6 of Wands. Wands represent the element of fire, which is your element. And this is talking about being a leader, and that's a natural born Leo type of issue or thing to do. I mean, not an issue, it's a good thing. And you can see this person is very proud. And this means that you've possibly been in a battle or a competition of some sort. This could represent the energy of vying for position at work, or possibly you could have actually been in a sporting event, or maybe even been in a battle. But this is talking about coming out the leader, and the people that maybe were in competition with you, they might be a little disgruntled, but they have to admit you deserved it because you clearly were the leader, and you were so successful because you have learned to rein in your emotions like the King of Cups here. That could be your energy, because this is your internal forces. So your internal forces are when you'll know it's an internal force, because the question you're asking will be, what if I do this and they do that? Or what if they do that and I have to do this? It's a back and forth with the what ifs, the woulda, shoulda, couldas of life. Do you want to come and be in the reading? Come on. Come on then. Come up if you're coming up. No? Okay, she's a cat, so she's going to do what she wants. She wants to just be obnoxious. She usually wants to sit on my lap and purr, but hey, I don't know what's with you two. Okay, there we go. She says, no, that's what I want. I just woke up. My cat loves the energy of the readings, and if she hears me doing a reading and she wakes up, she's disgruntled because why did you start without me? But her job is to sit on my lap and purr, and she does an amazing job of that. Okay, now, but you got to sit down and do that now, okay? A cat's purr raises the vibration to a very healing energy. You may not be able to hear her, but she has happy feet and she's got her motor running. So we are, she's at it already. I figure we can all use a little bit more healing at this time. The moon energy is talking about illusions from the past coming up. Possibly there might be an illusion in the situation you're in now. We do have a full moon. What is it? The third? Yeah, in 2 days here on April 1st. And so don't forget that on April 1st we have a full moon, and it's on April Fool's Day. So in the morning everybody's playing jokes on each other. So emotions run high during the full moon energy. So just if something happens, remember, hey, it's April Fool's Day. All right. So this lobster is climbing out of the emotional waters here, and wants to move forward on their path. But they feel very vulnerable because there's this domestic dog and a wolf both howling at the moon, and they have to somehow get past them without being noticed, basically. And then the sun is shining here, plus the full moon and the new moon. So this represents the energy of eclipses and the full moon and the new moon, and taking advantage of that energy. We just had 2 major eclipses at the end of February and the beginning of March. If you want to know more about those, you can go to my playlist for the new moon, full moon energy. And because there's a whole bunch of information about how they affect us. The effect usually lasts over about 6 months. So it has quite a significant pull on us. And if you understand sometimes why you're feeling moody, it helps to be able to move forward in a more strong way. So this is talking about there is a lot of competition for whatever you were vying for, and you want it. So this card is already starting to work for you. And this is talking about, this is my Mean Girls card. This is immature competition. So the competition is very much aware that you won, but they might be treating you kind of jealous or whatever, because say it's at work and they're all kind of disgruntled that you got the position and they didn't. This quite often represents, this is my Mean Girls card because it represents, narcissistic cheerleaders who are at a competition and they can clearly see the other team won, but they don't want to give them that. They're like, I wanted that trophy. And so they will do what they can to win. And if they don't succeed, their mothers will do their best to do it for them. And so this energy is just talking about, as we mature, we start to realize that any competition we're in generally is a competition against ourselves. And it's really, can you do even 1% better than you did last time that you competed, or that you applied for an interview? Just always looking towards making your performance better, and also being able to learn from the competition. I mean, if they're doing something that you don't know how to do, watch them and figure out how they're doing it, and then at the next competition you'll be that much better too. This is talking about the Knight of Cups coming in. The Knight of Cups is the knights would work for the king and the queen, and they would travel for miles back and forth through the kingdoms to deliver messages for the court, and they would that was their only form of long distance communication. These days we have so many forms of communication. This could come in the form in person, but unlikely by horse. It is it could be a phone call, a text message. It could be something like an email coming in. You might see a message on social media, or perhaps you see an event that is advertised there, and you go to the event and then you meet someone there that's the perfect person for you to meet that day. And that energy also, we can watch the news even for just 5 minutes so we don't get depressed. These days the news is pretty rocky, but it's important to know what's happening on some level at the top, because that is going to affect everyone below on some level, not as intensely as the people who are dealing with it at the top, but it definitely will have an effect on us. And so this energy is talking about the Knight of Cups, and he's coming in with a cup of love. So this is an offer of love that he wants to give to someone. This could be the King of Cups getting ready here. to propose, or possibly, would you like to go out on a date, or it can represent taking your relationship to the next level. And we have the World. So this is interesting because the World is the 21st card in the Major Arcana, and this means that whatever that you were working on here has come to, with this offer of love, your life is changing. It's going to be a different world after this. So this must be like a real good offer of love for you, Leo. Or maybe you're the one that's offering the love, and you're in this King of Cups energy, and you're feeling passionate about it, and you just got a big promotion or won something. Maybe what you want is the competition for this companion, this romantic partner that you're interested in, and maybe there was a lot of competition for them. That could be the energy, and this is a wish come true for you. Interesting. So this is talking about your world changes now after this. The World card is the last card in the Major Arcana, and it means that one cycle has completed and a new cycle is now beginning. And so this is the Queen of Wands. So you might have your eye on the Queen of Wands. That's the energy I'm getting. Feel this is you. And yeah, you have had your eye on this Queen of Wands for a while here. And the Queen of Wands is considered really to be the very, very sexy and natural beauty. She's has a happy disposition. The sunflower represents this. The sunflower turns with the sun, and the sun represents God and being on God's path. So she's got a very happy disposition, and this veil behind her, it represents the thin veil between the spiritual and the physical world. And she is sitting on her throne. She's got this little black cat. And she's not worried about the superstitions around that. A lot of people wouldn't have a black cat, but she's like, I'll just, I'll find a creative solution if the cat becomes a problem. Cat seems absolutely fine. She has the wand here, and just to point out, the wand is made of wood because wood feeds fire, and it also represents the tree. And the tree has deep roots of the ancestors, and as well, these offshoots represent the descendants. So perhaps you're thinking about starting a family, like getting married and starting a family with the Queen of Wands energy. We have here, this is how you identify with yourself right now, that you've been victorious and you're a leader. And this is, you won. I'm getting that. Make sure you mention I won. All right, Leo. And then this is your abundance and self-worth. So you feel like you have a lot of hidden talents that you want to explore. That's the energy I'm getting from this card. There might even be some something up your sleeve. I'm getting like some energy that like you have a lot of big plans that you haven't really spoken about. And you might come from a large family, because this is communication in early life, and it seems like there was a lot of battling. You might have a lot of brothers. You know how brothers wrestle around a lot, and this is the only card in the tarot that has this energy of adolescence, and they could just be goofing around with each other. And then this is talking about your emotional foundation. So you maybe have always had, it's been a wish of yours to have a partner that you have as a significant other, and that you want to start a family, and that's this energy here. So maybe this is your creativity and romance and children. So this may be like you've offered this cup of love, and maybe they've said yes. And now this is the energy of the daily routine changing, because now this person is in your life. Feel like that's definitely like, and it's a wish come true. Maybe you've had your eye on this Queen of Wands energy for quite some time. So what we have here is someone that's really, it feels like you're in love. And it's spring, so why not? And remember, the full moon actually right now is in the sign of Libra. And Libra is when you're mature enough to make these decisions, commitments and partnerships. Now, if you're watching this reading and you're like, no, it's not about love, I already have love. Sometimes this can be about injecting new energy and new passion into your current relationship. Or it could also represent something you love to do or be. And that would be like possibly a partner coming in to do a business deal with you or something like that. The energy generally with the Knight of Cups is romantic, but it doesn't have to be. All right, so we're moving forward. This is looking like really joyful energy. Good. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles coming in here from the external forces. So perhaps this person that you're looking, you know, the Queen of Wands is also really good with Pentacles. She's very good at creative solutions. So the Queen of Pentacles talks about having someone that has is very well known, like admired for their resourcefulness and able to stretch a dollar if need be, but make something out of nothing. And they're very much more into quality than quantity. This represents the potential for generational wealth and you know, a legacy to leave down to your children. And so this is someone who's very stable when it comes to money. And so it's right across from this. So it could be, these are the qualities that you're seeing in this person. So this is the external force coming in. And the next external force we have, okay, so the Chariot, this is happening quickly. So this energy is saying like, you're already on the Chariot and you're on your way. There's no reins here. This is saying you're on your destined path, and maybe it was destiny for you to meet this person. And, you know, this is saying that it's already happening in the spiritual realm, and it is coming in for sure. And this is your, the position here is of your partnerships, commitments, and marriage. So it looks pretty good. And then we have, okay, so the transition is from, at some point there, I feel that your energy was more in with a closed mind. It really is interesting. These two cards are coming out together a lot. And they have very similar body language. You know, both leaking energy because of the concern, like, okay, I've got to get this done kind of energy, but don't quite, like in this case, don't, like, I feel this is more excitement. Because this person is so close to getting, you know, like, yes, she said yes, kind of energy, or he said yes. And this is talking about someone who has a closed mind and they can only see one way or two ways of doing something, this way or that way. And so this energy is representing in body language, with the feet turned out like that, that it's draining their energy to be in this energy of a closed mind and only being like not being able to, they don't want to do either one of those two solutions and they can't see another one. And so this energy, you can see they're vulnerable and they're protecting their heart with their crossing their arms over the heart. And the right arm is holding the left arm back. And so the right arm is your logical mind and the left arm is your intuition. So these swords are double-edged swords, and they represent your mental intelligence, your discipline of your mind, your ability, your thoughts, basically. And this is saying that you need to use your logic and your intuition together to be able to find creative solutions, because there's never only one way of doing something, my way or the highway. Like, that's the kind of energy. And so, you know, having an open mind is like a parachute. It could save your life. This is talking about, there's a transition from this energy to this energy. And I feel maybe the influence of the Queen of Wands is maybe opening you up to this energy of being more creative in your solutions, using your intuition more, because that's what she does. And then we have the Magician. So this is definitely an energetic upgrade for you moving forward in this way. The Magician is coming in, and this is representing the energy of taking your thoughts and being able to bring them into matter on the physical world. And you have all the tools you need to create a beautiful garden, an infinite potential to the power of infinity and beyond. And the Magician is representing an energetic upgrade. He has an Ouroboros around his waist, which is like a snake biting its tail, and that can talk about being in this loop here like this. So this is your position of transition. So it's changing. That you're opening your mind up to newer solutions, and this energetic upgrade is talking about your higher learning. So you're, learning how to be more flexible with your mind and your intuition. And then we have a celebration. Now, this card of celebration, this is three people celebrating, but they're not celebrating each other. They're not looking at each other. They're toasting, and they are celebrating something that has happened more than each other. In a lot of cultures, if you toast someone and you don't look them in the eye, they have a superstition that it will cause 7 years bad luck in your love life. So they get really upset if you don't look them in the eye when you're toasting. I learned that when I was hosting seminars in Germany with a colleague. Like they get really worked up because 7 years bad luck in your love life is not something they want. But it's quite a few of the countries around have that superstition. So this card is a celebration, but it's kind of sometimes can be gossip and slander and that kind of energy. This could be the competition. Generally, this card is not my favorite card, but we'll see what happens with it. I like to keep an open mind. And then we have the Hangman. So the Hangman is talking about wanting to have balance in your life. And this is awesome. This is the perfect energy to be in right now. Using this energy of this full moon. I also just did a full moon reading if you're interested in looking at that, which explains a little bit more about it. Right now, the astrological influences have calmed down a little bit, but at the beginning or the end of February and the beginning of March, it was really intense energy and it was affecting a lot of people. And we have another big planet moving, and that's going to happen on April 26th. Uranus is moving, and I'll talk about that in my next at the mid-month. For now, let's all chill out and enjoy this energy of being in this Libra energy. We're acting like mature adults, and it's really interesting because all of my readings have been about relationship and with significant others, actually, more than I'm like, wow, this is like almost every single reading. Doesn't matter how many times I shuffle the cards, and even in the daily readings, etc., it's coming out in this energy of people coming together, like with their significant partner or working through difficulties in it. And now with this Libra moon, it's the perfect time to do that. So this is talking about hanging from the tree of knowledge upside down to gain a totally different perspective on the situation. So that, if you're in a relationship and it's a little bit, right now, like with this Libra full moon, the Aries energy is directly opposing the energy of Libra because it's they're opposite of each other on the wheel. In the horoscope wheel, and this energy, like this Aries, the sun is in Aries right now, and Aries energy is more about like I want to assert myself, and the Libra energy is more like I want to compromise. And so the two can be pretty clashy, and right now Aries is going through a lot of shifting right now. That energy, because all of these big planets just moved in there, and so a lot of that energy is kind of like trying to settle down a little bit, basically. And then we have the Hermit. So I feel like in this case it's interesting because I just feel like you want to go on a honeymoon. Like it's kind of like wanting to isolate with this energy here and just not take part in too much other than you just want to hang out with each other kind of energy. That's what I'm picking up, because this is talking about you know, having that balance. And maybe you've been really, it's been a busy time for you. And if you're getting married or whatever, and maybe you're on your honeymoon, that's the kind of energy I'm picking up, and just enjoying being with your partner. This is talking about after a real dark night of the soul, the hermit goes up to the top of the mountain and confers with God, and then comes back down again when he's ready to take action. And I feel like the action that you took is offering this cup of love to someone. And so it's, yeah, it's really awesome energy, and it feels like you're on your honeymoon to me. So it's that kind of, we don't want to talk to anyone, we just want to be with each other, and that's cool. That's an awesome way to be when you're in that energy. And so if you've enjoyed this reading, please do give it a like and comment. And it does help me build my channel, and I really appreciate it. Consider subscribing if you resonate. You're more than welcome. And I'm going to clarify for those of you who want more clarification. So this reading, or to clarify this reading, I'm using my Oracle Tales from the Vector. That's TAILS, and it's from the Intergalactic Federation of Light. I'm just tuning in right now with these cards here to see what's going to happen here. And so I've been working on this since 2007, and I'm an artist. I completed all 64 paintings in 2020, and I've just been taking my time with it. I had time right now to work on this YouTube channel, and I want to play with the cards here so that I can get the booklet written up. I have a lot of information over the years that I've collected as I was hosting a lot of seminars, and these cards were at the Oracle cards were at my seminars, and I was at psychic fairs with them, etc. But I didn't have all the paintings done. And so now that it's done, I'm bringing it out. So the numbers on the cards here that I'm using are representing how they are listed on my website, talesfromthevector.com. I'll put them in the description box below in the order that they come up here. If you want to take a look, you can go take a look there. All right. We have transition definitely coming in. And this is like, you know, you're highly favored, and it looks like you did really well here because the King of Cups has delivered this offer, and it looks like it feels like you're on your honeymoon. Manifesting from this sacral chakra. Yeah, I'd say so. I think the King's pretty happy now. And then we are, okay, so yeah, I feel like this is also really, on a spiritual level, it's a real beautiful relationship because you're empowering each other. It's kind of like a power couple energy I'm getting of two people coming together that really complement each other and are going to really raise each other up in the energy. And so the star is representing being on your destined path and, you know, bringing those special qualities that you have into the world to make it a better place. And definitely this is an upgrade for you, which we have there, to be with this person. We have in the moon energy, we have abuse of power. And so you may have been in a situation, because there is the dark night of the soul here, prior to this energy. And this is the reward basically for being on your designated path. And I just feel like, you know, Leo energy is about leadership, and there's maybe been a lot of competition, and perhaps there was a lot of competition for this. I feel this is the same person here. And yeah, because that's a beautiful combination. Yeah, there is a lot of tactics, like trying to take this to the competition, trying to keep this from happening. Interesting. So, but you dealt with it really well, because you didn't let it destroy you. You kept your focus like you needed to, and you got the position, and you also have the love that you wanted. So dissension, yeah, isn't that interesting how friends sometimes have to be jealous? So with friends like this, who needs enemies? So you were swimming with sharks. Interesting, like, and it's sitting on this card here. That's that card there. Like, why would these people that you considered your friends not want you to be happy with this person? It doesn't make sense. there is something going on behind the scenes there. You would know what it is if this is your reading. And it just could be they're just jealous, you know, because you got the position and now you've got the love in your life and you're on your honeymoon, and, you know, maybe their life is just really boring. And so the Gemini, it's weird, and like it's not, it's common, but it's kind of like, you know. But the good news is people don't talk about people who are boring. So you're not boring. And then this is the Gemini energy. Gemini is the third sign in the horoscope. So this is talking about, you know, we have the Aries is the infant, Taurus is the toddler, and then we have Gemini, which is about when you're around kindergarten age. So this is about, this is just state of being that this sign is in. You could be 80 and be in the kindergarten age. You could be starting a new project, you know. It doesn't matter. It's about learning and having an enthusiasm for learning. And Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is the planet of communication. And Mercury was in retrograde, and just about a week ago now, it went direct again. So you may be noticing communication is getting easier for you. I have noticed that. I had a few situations where it was just like, man, like it should have been simple, you would think, to get in touch with the right people and get her done. But it took a few phone calls and everything, and bang, all of a sudden, yesterday, I was like, there's 3 different things I'd been working on. Boom, boom, boom. The communication came in, done. I'm like, yes, it's that kind of energy. So this, you know, and the enthusiasm, this is, because this card is saying that you ended one cycle and you've done everything, like look at what you achieved here. And now it's like a different world, and now you're, because now you're going to be with this partner. And this is having the strength and the integrity to be able to stick with it and not give up and say, this is what I want, and I'm going after it. Her, him, whatever. We don't want to call people it's. And then we have the Hierophant. So this is traditional structure, and I feel like the Hierophant sometimes represents someone that has the authority to marry people. So it could be that energy there. This is a real beautiful reading. We have the Battlestar energy. So this is talking about, again, the courage. So something was going on, and this is in this partnership role, but this was like being on your destined path for whatever reason. There was something going on here. And we have the High Priestess energy, and look at that saying right here. Use your intuition like the High Priestess, and the High Priestess uses her intuition on the cycles of the moon. She's highly intuitive, and so I feel like I feel like this relationship with the energy of the Queen of Wands is going to be really powerful for you to have that kind of energy in your life. Where someone's constantly like using their intuition along with their logic, so that it kind of, you know, that rubs off on you kind of energy. And then we have an energetic upgrade. So mother's worry. I don't feel like this is actually like a mother's worry so much as it is that there's a lot of people worrying in the world right now, and a lot of people refer to the earth as Mother Earth, and this is the energy. A lot of people are concerned about what's going on in the world, and it's kind of like you have such joyful energy. I can just feel it, like it's like a honeymoon. And so this energy is a definite energetic upgrade for you and for every person that gets themselves into this higher vibration energy. With a little help from my cat, maybe we can all get there and be in this energy. She's purring pretty good now. And yeah, and get to this Empress energy. So I just feel like the people there were you were faced with maybe you were feeling a little bit like disappointed. I'm getting the word disappointed, and then it turned into kind of pissed off. Like, why are they being like this kind of energy? why can't they be happy for me? And you just learn as you go through life that sometimes it is like that, and it's, you know, you're better off not taking it personally, unless of course it really was personal and something happened. I feel like something happened where these people maybe didn't want you with this person, and there was some sort of energy there that was like unpleasant to deal with, but you dealt with it really well, so let it go and move forward. And this is dissemination, elephant, what elephant? So yeah, this is talking about, there's an elephant in the room and you don't want to see it. This is talking about career and reputation, and this is talking about blessings coming in. That's the energy I'm picking up, is that your friends, and we have this with friends like this who needs enemies when it comes to your love life. You see that? I feel there was a lot of gossip and slander and a bunch of stupid energy, basically, is what I'm picking up. Just, you know, tacky kind of energy. Kind of like narcissistic cheerleader girls and their mothers. So maybe it was like, you know, a whole bunch of people just not agreeing with your choice, and hey, you're the one that's going to be with this person. I always say, like, though, if you have, and maybe that's where this energy came from, like having the closed mind. It's always good, like, if, you know, it depends on your family, of course, but it's always good to listen to the people around you that you consider your friends and family, to get their opinion, because they might be seeing something that you can't see. But having said that, I mean, you have to make the choice based on, especially when it comes to, you know, the love of your life. You're not going to choose someone that your friends like, but you don't. It doesn't make much sense. And so this is having the temperance. This is talking about being patient and staying on your destined journey here. And I just feel like this Queen of Wands energy is a perfect match for your energy. And I feel like this this energy here is just saying that maybe this person brought out something in you, like this leadership, that other people were shocked. And maybe, you know, maybe they preferred you when you were more malleable, and now all of a sudden you're acting like, no, I'm the king of the castle. And that's when Leo is really stepping into their energy. So I feel like it's kind of like that, like you were easy, like it was easier for them to get what they wanted from you, and you were more malleable. And now you're like, no, ever since you met this person, you're a leader now, and you're winning all the time. And I like it for you, Leo. It's awesome. So I do hope you've enjoyed this reading. I have. I'm happy for you. This is a really good energy, and if this isn't a romance, it could be about a business deal or something that you're making, and it's really something that you've really wanted to happen, and now it's happening. So congratulations if that's the case as well. I do give it a like and comment if you've enjoyed the reading, and consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy of the channel, and I will be back with another reading for you soon. Bye for now. All right, little kitty, I gotta wake you up.